Good morning. Today we are going to start with our first lesson, which is motion. All of you know what does the term motion mean. Motion is the ability to move from one place to another. The title that we are going to work on for today is Motion is Relative. Let's start explaining what does it mean by a small activity. In this activity, question number 1. How does the bus driver see the woman standing on the sidewalk? Which means, does he see her in motion or at rest? The term in motion means that she is moving, while the term at rest means that she is fixed. Let's look at the figure. This is the bus. Okay, this is the bus. And this is here the woman. Okay, in your opinion, does the bus driver see the woman in motion or at rest? Okay, the answer will be he sees her at rest, which means fixed, does not move. Question number 2. How does the driver of the green car see the same woman? Here is the green car. Okay? How does the driver of the green car see the same woman? Here as a note, the green car is moving on the road. So, of course, the driver of the green car will see the woman in motion. He will see her moving. If you notice, the woman is at the same time in motion and at rest. The woman with respect to the driver of the bus is at rest because the distance between the bus driver and the woman is not changing, it is fixed. While the woman with respect to the driver of the green car is in motion because the distance between the green car and the woman is changing. So the woman is at rest, is in motion, with respect to the driver of the green car. So, in order to determine if an object is in motion or at rest, we have to determine first with respect to whom we are seeing this object. This is what we call a reference. In the first case, in the first example, our reference is the bus driver. While in the second case, our reference is the driver of the green car. In the first case, the distance between the reference and the woman is not changing, or the position. For this, the woman is considered to be at rest with respect to this driver. While in the second case, and here the reference is the driver of the green car, the distance or the position between the driver of the green car and the woman is changing. For this, the woman is considered to be in motion with respect to this driver. Thus, motion is relative. This means that to determine if an object is in motion or at rest, we have to determine first the reference. Here is the conclusion. We conclude that to describe the motion of a body, which means to say if a body is in motion or at rest, we have first to choose a reference. Second, to see the position of the object with respect to this reference. If the position varies, then the object is said to be in motion, while if it does not vary, the object is said to be at rest. Let's take one more example. Describe the motion of the red bus and the white car with respect to the passenger. Here we have a passenger sitting in a moving bus, and on the road we have a moving red bus and a moving white car. Describe the motion means say if the object is in motion or at rest. The first part, let's start with the red bus. The red bus with respect to the passenger. We have said in the conclusion that to determine or to describe the motion of the body, we have first to determine the reference. Here, the word after with respect to is the reference. So here our reference in the first part is the passenger. So in your opinion, does the red bus with respect to the passenger is in motion or at rest? Let's see the position. The position between the red bus and the passenger varies here, since both are moving. So we can say that the red bus is in motion with respect to the passenger. Also the white car. The position between the white car and the passenger varies. Thus, also the white car is in motion with respect to the passenger. Part 2. Passenger with respect to the driver. Of course, the passenger with respect to the driver of the same bus. Here, our reference is the word after with respect, which is the driver. So our reference in part 2 is the driver. So we have determined our reference. So step 1 is done. Let's move to step 2. Of course, step 1 and 2 in the conclusion. Step 2, we have to see the position between the passenger and the driver. The position between the passenger and the driver is not changing. For this, the passenger is considered to be at rest with respect to the driver. Part 3. The driver with respect to the bus. First, we have to determine our reference. Here the reference is the bus. The second step, we have to see the distance between the driver and the bus. The distance between the driver and the bus is not changing. So we can say that the driver is at rest with respect to the bus. Of course, here I mean the driver of the bus, of the same bus, not with respect to the red bus. Part 4. The tree with respect to the passenger. Here, our reference is the passenger. The distance between the tree and the passenger varies since the bus is moving. So we can conclude that the tree is in motion with respect to the passenger. So how can we answer? The answer of part 1 will be the red bus and the white car are in motion with respect to the passenger. In part 2, the answer will be the passenger is at rest with respect to the driver. Part 3, the driver is at rest with respect to the bus. Part 4, the tree is in motion with respect to the passenger. Let's take one more example. In this example, the question is describe the motion, which means Say if the object is in motion or at rest. The first part. Describe the motion of the car with respect to the ground. Here the car is moving, okay, and the cyclist is moving and the woman is moving. So we have to follow two steps in order to answer. The first step, we have to determine the reference. The second step, see the distance between the reference and the object. In part 1, our reference here is the ground. The distance between the car and the ground varies because the car is moving. Then the car is considered to be in motion with respect to the ground. Part 2. The cyclist with respect to the car. Here the reference is the car. And the distance between the cyclist and the car varies. Thus, the cyclist is in motion with respect to the car. Part 3. Focus on this part, please. We have to describe the motion of the tree. What will the answer be in your opinion? Can we answer? Of course no, since here we don't have a reference. In order to describe emotion, we have first to determine a reference. Because here in this part, the tree may be at the same time in motion or at rest. It is in motion with respect to the car or the walking woman, and it's at rest with respect to the ground. So in this part, we can't give an answer. Till here, we will reach the end of our session. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.